And it's just like so many perspectives. You may hear the same story 50 times from different angles, and I want to be able to make sure I'm understanding from every angle. Like, this is another angle.
Yeah.
And our supporters are so slick. You guys will poke holes in these stories.
Yeah.
And put us on game and tell us what's what.
Yeah, don't listen to that part.
Right,
but
right.
All this.
He didn't pronounce that right.
Right.
Try to say it like this. What's good, y'all? It's the Demouchets REACT, and we're back with another video. Who we got today, C?
Today we're back with another American reaction. Super excited about this video, guys. If you're new to us and we're new to you, make sure you scroll down, hit that subscribe button, and turn on the post notification bell
because we're on the road to 100K.
And we cannot get there without you guys, all right? Join the family. Without further ado, let's get into the video.
Come on, man.
They dance to the beat of the African drum, deep in the forest, mimicking a disappearing species that they've grown to love, the Asiatic lion. They're part of the 20,000 Siddis, an ethnic group of African descent who live in Gujarat, Western India. Though far removed from their ancestral lands, the Siddis have cherished their culture. Now it's a source of income for them.
कहीं होटल होता है, पहले हमने 1500 से स्टार्ट किया, तो इसमें से रोज का 2-3 सीजन होता है, तो 6 प्रोग्राम रहता है, तो उसमें 1 आवर का खेल रहता है.
Imran is a Siddhi, a descendant of the Bantu people from southeast Africa. He believes his ancestors originally came from Uganda. Now he lives in a small village called Jambor with his mother and grandmother.
I think people will always have a interest and be fascinated by the culture of people when it's like being newly presented. You know what I'm saying? And to hear him say that they will go out and perform for people in hotels, it's like they know that they are, what's the word I'm looking for, indigenous to their land, but they also know the time that they live in, which is 2023. That's like, people want to see us. They want to hear, they want to see the dancing, the painting, they want to see our culture. So I find that highly interesting, you know?
Yes, because I know I'm one that I want to see it all, okay? Especially when they have been able to preserve who they were, I don't want to say were, but who they are.
Who they are, yeah.
I love that, you know. So I love seeing the culture of any culture, not just African cultures, any culture.
And even though they may come from a land that is like unheard of to people who comes from a society of just cars and just lifestyles and different things, they always have a family root. They always have a family tree, and they value it. You know what I'm saying? They value it.
I love that.
The village is surrounded by the forest of Gir, the last bastion of the world's 500 remaining Asiatic lions. Centuries ago, Africans from Ethiopia, Eritrea and Somalia sailed to the Indian subcontinent as merchants, while others were brought as slaves. The Siddis say they were an elite group of slaves serving the ruling class only. Because of their loyalty and military skills, they were favoured by India's Nawabs, or Muslim rulers, and the Mughals, a Muslim imperial power in the early 16th century. The Siddis rose to positions of power, serving as kings themselves over princely Siddhi states.
Now, when we dive into the history, I'm the one to sit back and take it all in.
Right.
Because that's like a 90% chance I am not knowledgeable of this stuff. You know what I'm saying?
90%.
I think that's a 90% chance.
It's because
it's how they're breaking it down and what they're talking about when they start naming people, because we didn't get taught so many versions of stories other than what we've been heard from our streets and our neck of the woods and the books and the movies that we were taught. You know what I'm saying? So I only said it like that because the history is so deep
Right.
isn't. I just feel like when I'm hearing it, I take it as if like I'm new to it almost because I love to
And
just
that's
understand
okay.
it. I want to understand it as much as possible.
Yeah, that's okay.
You know?
Especially when, you know, it's people who's doing the research and it's
Yeah,
hopefully an unbiased way of presenting the material. You know, because a lot of what we were taught, you see it now in the what is it called, the what is it called?
I'm trying to see which one.
I can't think, but especially now when you see all of the laws are changing, they're starting to restrict a little bit more on what can be taught in schools, what shouldn't be taught in schools. So, especially when it's presented without all of that, it's good.
Yeah, and it's just like so many perspectives. You may hear the same story 50 times from different angles, and I want to be able to make sure I'm understanding from every angle. Like, this is another angle.
Yeah.
And our supporters are so slick. You guys will poke holes in these stories.
Yeah.
And put us on game and tell us what's what.
Yeah, don't listen to that part.
Right, right. He didn't pronounce that right.
Right.
Try to say it like this. You know what I'm saying? So we appreciate that.
Yeah, we do. And
Little known fact around the world. Ambassador Saeed Akbaruddin, India's representative to the United Nations, says the Siddhis form an important part of India's history.
These were a very small minority. Look at what they've accomplished for themselves and for Indian society. They rose to be noblemen, they rose to be commanders, soldiers, admirals.
Over time, most integrated fully with the local population, choosing partners of Indian heritage. To preserve their African identity, some isolated themselves, creating small villages in various parts of Gujarat.
Schools and all.
Curator and historian at the Schoenberg Center in New York, Sylviane Diouf, who's tracked the city people's journey from the African coast to the Indian subcontinent, explains the roots of the cities currently residing in Gir.
The city today are the descendants of the 1800s people, as well as some Africans who arrived actually later.
Among them were Imran's ancestors, who were brought to India in the 19th century.
और जो जूनागढ़ का जो नवाब था वो लाया हुआ था, किसी को बॉडी करके ले लाया था, कोई जिसे पटरी है, ट्रेन का पटरी, तो उनको उठाने के लिए कोई इंडियन का कोई काम नहीं है कि उठा सके. तो हमारे लोग जो जैसे मजबूत होते हैं, स्ट्रॉन्ग के लिए वो उठाना जरूरी है. तो वो लोग भी इसमें भी आए थे, कोई लोग बॉडीगार्ड के लिए आए थे, इसलिए यहाँ पे लाए हुए हैं.
With the passage of time, some escaped slavery, establishing communities in forested areas. But today, life for thousands of Siddhis, such as Imran, is far from glamorous. Most live on the fringes of society, in abject poverty.
So what happened for them to, you know, be slaves to royalty, become rulers and, you know, of their cities and, you know, be noblemen.
Right.
And now impoverished. What happened?
I think people don't purposely want to have a downfall in their lifestyles.
Yeah.
I don't think that's something that somebody grow up and just say, you know what, I'm just want to not make it or just have a hard lifestyle. Nobody want a hard lifestyle. So that's always something that tips the cow over, you know?
Yeah, but, you know, us still learning about, you know, India's culture, their history, it's like there's some gaps there for us to understand. So I would love for y'all to help us with that. You
and
know?
it's beautiful to hear him say, though, that he's talking about how strong they were stronger.
Right.
So they was able to do the work and be bodyguards.
It's a compliment, but at the same time,
I feel like. But you know, if you can shed light on any situation that you're in,
Yeah.
You can view your situation a little better.
Yeah, but when I hear things like that, oh, y'all are stronger, I think to the medical field when they think that we don't feel pain.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
And that makes me cringe, and that's why we have what we have in our medical system here in the United States, you know. So
yeah, they need to fix
it's
that
like
up.
it's a compliment, but at the same time,
yeah.
What happened to their mic?
They listened, and today Imran and his friends support themselves by performing African dances spiked with a bit of drama for visitors. And when he's not dancing, he works in Gir Forest as a guide.
कॉलेज जाता है तो कोई जॉब मिल जाता है, फॉरेस्ट में मिल जाता है, आर्मी वगैरह में मिल जाते हैं, तो थोड़े बहुत वैसे हो जाते हैं, तो मक्कन अपने आप कर लेते हैं.
Besides their strength, the Siddis say that the Nawabs also believed that they held a special relationship with the Asiatic lions and to nature itself.
Y'all brave.
I mean, they taking what they know.
जैसे हम लोगों को पता रहता है कि लायन कब डेंजर में होता है, उसका हाव कैसा है, वो सब देखना पड़ता है कि जहाँ जहाँ हम लोग हैं वहाँ लायन है.
Hold up, wait a minute.
मगर
Hold up,
उसको क्या है कि
wait a minute. This is the same region. They were taken from the same region in East Africa,
Okay.
Ethiopia, and all that, right?
Uh-huh.
In Kenya, around there, that region. This is just like the Ethiopians and hyenas.
It's giving me the vibe. I'm feeling it.
Yes.
If y'all don't know what the storyline about that is, we got a video about the hyena whisperer. He would literally, control the pack, and he understood what to do, when to do it, and the time of the day to do
They
it.
knew how to speak to them.
So they feel they have a relationship with the lions.
Yeah.
But if you read right here, he say, but we know that whenever we go, and they're all lions, we do not disturb them or their pride. So that tells me to, I'm going to just sit back and let y'all do y'all thing.
Yeah. But you see, we can be miles away on a whole nother continent, in a whole nother country, and we still have that connection to the motherland and to our people.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
लोग परेशान नहीं करते कि हम लोगों का जो परिवार है उसको परेशान नहीं करता, घर जैसा माहौल रहता है वो.
Well, I know I wasn't from that part of Africa.
Since the 1950s, the Indian government has supported the cities of Gujarat through an affirmative action initiative, recognizing them as a special tribe and granting them individual rights. They've also made it possible for them to draw benefit payments directly out of bank accounts.
Okay.
They have access to education in a preferential manner. They also have access to jobs in a preferential manner.
But Imran says that accessing this aid is sometimes challenging.
Oh, wow. So I'm not sure what's going on with their mic, but they said that they have trouble getting the access because it doesn't really reach them. Because I'm guessing because of their locations. Yeah, that's tough.
I keep my comments to
They
myself.
gotta find a better way to reach the people, though.
Yeah.
The most important for the younger generation is to develop we need education.
God just said they had access to that, though.
It's hard for them to access it. So the government needs to provide amenities such as computers.
It's amazing, like, when you in this... Go ahead, baby.
We need to learn English, too, not just or
Gujarati?
Hindu, so our kids can develop, not just the indigenous languages. Because I don't know how to pronounce that.
And Imran has another concern. Gujarat's Asiatic lion population is threatened by increased overcrowding and competition for space among both animals and humans.
That ain't good.
And he calls for effective efforts to conserve the species.
पहली बात तो है कि अगर यहाँ से लायन जाता है तो यहाँ के लोकल लोगों को तो तकलीफ पड़ेगी ही, मगर ये लायन अगर उधर जाएगा तो उसको वो भी मर जाएगा.
The Siddis want to stay here, living with the lions side by side. And when asked about their country of origin, they say, without any hesitation,
फिर भी अपना देश हिंदुस्तान है, तो इधर ही जीना और इधर ही मरना.
You got a minute? How about
all right, that's a wrap on that. Yeah, I feel like, you know, at the end of the day, they're not asking for much. They're not saying, hey, come back and fix our roads, build our homes, give us better, you know, like parks and things like that. They ask for simple stuff, computers, education, and just make sure it reaches when we really, truly need it.
Right.
That's it. I feel like.
Just access to it.
They say we could take care of ourselves. We could do the other work.
They're helping take care of the lions.
They helping feed their families. They created jobs.
Yeah. Yeah, that's real good. This was nice learning about them. Very informative.
Very. Yeah.
It was different from what we the last video being Black in Asia, the India episode, and there was one man on there who was from this ethnic group, and he said that he still stays at home, so that should speak volumes. You know, although he worked in the city, he still stayed home. He still left his home. You know, so it was a different perspective. Really love learning about them and their culture.
Big facts. Big facts.
So we hope you guys enjoyed this video with us. Like this video, subscribe, turn on the post notification bell. We have enabled our super thanks if you like to support the channel that way, as well as our reaction request link is in our description box below. We'll see you soon.
Peace.